Girl, there's something I gotta tell you. Cause I just had a talk with this other fella who claims he loves you just as well. And I said, whoa man, slow your roll. She's with me. This car is full, my love is hers and hers is mine. And I've been loving her just fine. He said, you're not all that you think you are. I wasn't asking for room in the car. I wanted to be her everything. And I said, this is my territory and you cannot take it. Any bond that you have with her, I'll break it. He shook his head as if I sounded conceited and said, you wouldn't do that if only you knew what she truly needed. I said, knew what she needed? I'll fulfill that role. I know all about her, so thanks, but I've got this under control. He said, what do you know? I said, plenty. I knew she was raised in a big family, was a woman by 20. She's got brown hair that looks great even when getting out of the bed. He said, I know the very numbers of hairs on her head. I said, whoa, you're just sounding creepy. He said, oh, there's more, believe me. I said, you better not speak to her. You better keep your distance. He said, you don't understand. I don't speak to her. I spoke her into existence. Our separation, there'll be nothing worse. I said, but even if you are God, you don't appreciate her beauty like me. I love how she has the complexion and the curves like the women on TV. He said, before existence existed, her curves I twisted, intricately weaving atoms into her cells, only for my eyes to see, knitting together a treasure, to look on with pleasure, until I watch her in her mother's womb later. You don't have a clue of how beautiful I made her. Your taste was not for the artistry in her genes, but how she fit into her genes, immersing the concept of beauty with physicality, as if to drown it, and shoving that idea down her throat until she felt the need to stick her finger down it. Because when you wrap your arms around her waist, as if she had a tape measure around it. And I said, but Jesus, you're not in my plans. I'm gonna propose. I hired the band, the flowers I bought, the candles I set. I paid for her friends to take her to do her lashes and nails. And I go down one knee, just like in the fairy tales. He said, all the way down on one knee? Man, I hope you don't bruise it. A competition with my affection, you'll always lose it. Because you see, I already proposed to her. But when I did, my knees were broke with flesh, arms stretched wide open. And while you were paying for her lashes and her nails, I paid for her by taking her lashes, by taking her nails. Confessing my love, I said it is finished, as if she didn't have to earn it. And she could take that long list, lust after lovers, and burn it, and present her the ring. Oh, the ring that she would not wear on her, but in her. My seal, my spirit, that would speak to her when she's willing to hear it. That she is mine, and I'm coming to get her. But you have been posing for her as if you're better for her than me. Keeping her from me, telling her that you're the cure, but really acting more like a disease. Covering up spiritual fatality with a more physical reality, like makeup and piling on humor and good looks, as if a mystery man is the perfect fix. Leaving her drooling over fictional books when I've already written her 66. Yes, I know, she's kneeling and feeling for what's appealing, but I shaped her heart for a different kind of beauty. So put down the video game, son, cause here's a new Call of Duty. I designed a portrait of my beauty, my grace, and my protection that will ultimately satisfy her affection. If only with open eyes she saw it. So here's the picture, now go, take the love I give you and draw it. So girl, don't fall in love with the man I plan to be if I'm not pursuing the perfect man to be. Cause you're going to have to look beyond this man to see that the true love found beyond the bonds of the one who formed it is a fantasy. I know my words unaffected by Christ neglecting him and even call you to bury him. But if I truly love you, my words should beg you to marry him. Down on my knees, this isn't my picture, please. I'm just trying to trace it and ask you to stop looking at me long enough to face it. You said you cheated on him, he says I'll erase it. He said your life is messed up, he says I'll replace it, I'll take it, I'll test it. I'll refine it, sign it, and call it a testimony. Declaring that you were tested and you found your one and only love. I love you like no one else, like no one else. Like no tells, cause the world tells. It does, it yells, telling you to love all these guys and lies and then calls you a whore. Forget all of that, I love you more. Amen.